Ms. Carrie Tan.
Mr. Speaker, I commend the MSE for tightening the regulations around carrier bags for brick-and-mortar retailers. Countries such as Kenya, Rwanda, our neighbouring Thailand, have introduced stringent rules on the production and usage of plastic bags. Kenya, in particular, has implemented what's been called the world's strictest plastic ban and banned all single-use plastic bags throughout the country. 3 years after they did so, some of the national parks began disallowing all single-use plastics on the premises. Although they did this primarily to tackle the littering problem, they have also successfully reduced plastic waste. I hope that the measures this House is debating are merely the start towards our equally ambitious measures. Reducing use of plastic bags in brick-and-mortar businesses is an excellent start, and I hope MSE can go beyond by also looking into the online retail space. Since the pandemic, many more have been shopping online. In 2022, the Worldwide Fund for Nature Singapore found in the study that a total of 200,000 e-commerce parcels from various platforms are delivered across Singapore each day. And this number is projected to grow by approximately 50% by 2025. Merchants from e-commerce platforms are especially generous with their packaging, often using layers of bubble wrap and other materials. Sometimes we find our items very small, but the boxes very big. Granted, retailers do so to ensure that products are delivered in good condition to their buyers, and we can hardly fault them for that. But there's a massive amount of packaging involved in these shipments and deliveries. Out of the 1.56 million tons of household waste generated in Singapore in 2018, approximately 1/3 was packaging. How does MSE plan to control the large amount of packaging used for online shopping deliveries? It is heartening to know that some companies in the private sector are already initiating efforts to reduce and reuse packaging. Can the government accelerate these efforts by introducing a sustainable packaging mark? This mark would indicate to online customers that the packaging used by merchants are either second-hand, compostable, or otherwise recycled and therefore eco-friendly. We can work with packaging companies and environmental groups to co-create the minimum sustainability standards that packaging materials should adhere to in order to earn this mark. We can also work with online retail aggregating platforms like Alibaba Express, Taobao, Lazada, and Shopee to enroll online retail consumers to rate retailers on their packaging practices. Such a mark will create collaboration between consumers and online retailers to achieve greener online shopping together. By exercising their purchasing choices in favor of retailers who use second-hand packaging, it will incentivize merchants to adopt less wasteful packaging practices. In a study by Ipsos last year, 88% of Singaporeans said they were receptive to donating used packaging, and 62% of Singaporeans said they were receptive to receiving their products in second-hand packaging, myself included. However, merchants are reluctant to adopt second-hand packaging due to the low cost and easy availability of packaging products, what we call virgin packaging. Hence, I believe we should make virgin packaging more costly and less accessible to compel merchants to reuse packaging more, since their consumers are already receptive to it. This means that we should find ways to possibly tax the manufacturing, import, and/or procurement of plastic or single-use packaging products to increase the cost to merchants such that it makes more economical sense to adopt greener packaging practices. Some people may resist this, as the concern is that merchants will transfer the cost to consumers. However, I do not necessarily see that as a bad thing, as it will provide a disincentive for excessive shopping and make consumers more deliberative and conscious about what they're buying, and to differentiate between things that are nice to have but not really necessary, and reduce wasteful consumption as a whole. If we were to implement these measures, the government should work towards the necessary infrastructure enablement to ensure a coordinated system of localized facilities to collect and reuse packaging. It is important that we help merchants with changing their practices to make it as seamless and pain-free as we can. I look forward also to further details on the extended producer responsibility framework that MSE announced in 2021. I support the bill.